Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to the Sunday recap, my weekly vlog where I talk a little bit about my last week in games. As always, we'll start with EVE Online. I probably played around average EVE Online, especially in the first part of the week, since we could still go after some of the Guardians Gala sites and people were recovering from Burn Jita, which meant that there were almost no competition in those sites. I managed to do quite a few of them, gather some extra skins, gather quite a few extra doubles and triples. I think I'm at like 650 million estimated value on the double skins that I'm going to then put in Jita and wait for the right sell opportunity. I actually think that at some point these skins will increase in value, especially those from capital and super capitals, because people do think that getting to something like a Titan, a carrier or super carrier, do want to get all the skins for them so that yeah, they basically have the ship completed in any way that they can or want. Second part of the week I played a little bit less, but I did a lot of reading. There's a lot of stuff that's actually happening behind the scenes. You get that vibe that there's a lot in preparation with all of the news articles that are coming out. There's also this minor little leak that may have happened around a potential future roadmap for EVE Online throughout the summer, which was pretty interesting, but I don't think I should cover that because of course all of that is subject to change and definitely not set in stone. Other than that, I basically kept up with the blueprint copy business that is still running quite nicely, making me a decent amount of ISK. And I also got some PI done, because if you watch EVE Talk, you know that a lot of the PI stuff, especially the fuel related PI stuff, is extremely high at the moment. And yeah, with coolants, mechanical parts, that's definitely a couple of those that you want to bring to the market now that the sell prices are this good. And that's basically been it. I'm basically also waiting for what's up next in EVE Online, and maybe also looking for something new to do at some point, although I'm still having fun keeping all of the services up and running in detail for now. Next up we have Overwatch. So I still played a little bit of Overwatch, but just like EVE Online, most of it was in the first half of the week. I focused a lot on playing Mei. I basically wanted to check her out a little bit. She's a very interesting hero, but I did feel like it was very difficult to make a lot of things happen on my own. Unlike, let's say, a soldier, where you can get behind the enemy, mow down a couple of them, put up your healing, and you have a lot of staying power. With Mei, despite her ice block, I felt like I was much more dependent on the rest of the team, taking advantage of me, slowing down the enemy, being able to block a couple of the players out with the ice wall is also something that you can do, but you want a couple of your teammates there in backup to basically cut them down, because yeah, I felt like she was a little bit, I don't know, slower, weaker than playing something like a soldier. Overall, I do enjoy the hero quite a lot. If you can surprise someone, then of course freezing them and then headshotting them is quite rewarding. But overall, I do feel like Mei is one of those characters, those heroes that require quite a bit of team coordination to get the most out of. Whereas I would say a soldier, a reaper are basically possible carries for someone that wants to carry the whole match by himself. Now there is quite a bit of news also coming from Overwatch with the new hero, Orisa, who will be some sort of a super tank, I would almost say. She'll be able to like project barriers, protect teammates from crowd control, effects like that. She sounds very, very interesting. I can't wait to have her in the game and to check all of that out. I don't really bother with the test server for Overwatch. If I'm on a test server, it's gonna be the EVE Online one. But yeah, Overwatch still a lot of fun. Looking forward to all of the updates that Blizzard will bring there, and yeah, looking forward to playing some more of that when I feel like I have the time or the energy. Next up we have a little bit of Skyrim that was also limited to the first part of the week. Yeah, right now that I think about it, actually all of those games I played a lot in the first part, and then in the second half of the week everything slowed down quite a little bit. I would still say that my real life job is the culprit. It's extremely busy there, and it looks like it's going to stay extremely busy at least for the rest of the month, if not even longer than that. But Skyrim, I've been enjoying the game, but but it's definitely slowed down quite a little bit after playing through the Forsworn Conspiracy in Markarth. I don't really know what to do next. I'm thinking of doing the Legion quest line, because I have played with the other faction. With the Stormcloaks, but I've never really done the quest line from the perspective of the Legion, so I might do that, but I might also delay that a little bit. I have quite a few videos ready already that will be uploaded in the upcoming weeks, and so for Skyrim I basically just played a little bit of that, tried to see if I needed to do any more grinding, but let's be honest, when you're a master enchanter, you really don't need to, because you can enchant your gear to pretty ridiculous levels, and if you want to be completely overpowered, you can just do that in a weapon as well, which I'm not doing for the sake of the videos, but yeah, it does take the need to grind and to grow more powerful out of the game a little bit, so I can fully focus basically on trying to get a couple more stories out of that character and record those. So we'll see how that goes when or if I find the time and energy to do that, but for now, yeah, Skyrim is probably a little bit on the back burner. And so for my fourth game, I actually did play another game. It's probably the major reason why I slowed down in the second half of the week on everything else. It's because I downloaded Supreme Commander Forged Alliance. So on one evening, I think it was Wednesday, I was like, I've played a bit of EVE Online here, I'm good. Should I play more Skyrim? Don't really feel like it. Should I go for more Overwatch yet again? I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna look for a different game to play, and I settled on re-downloading Supreme Commander. It's a fun old school RTS. It's an old game by now, but I do know that I enjoyed it quite a lot last time that I played it. I think we bought the original game as well, and that we used to have that on like a CD. And we've played quite a lot of Supreme Commander, but I picked the game up during the winter sale, I think for like $2 or something like that, and it's still fun, but I'd completely forgotten how long these missions last. A single mission, I think, can last you for several hours, especially if, like me, you become a specialist in turtling. Then yeah, you could play that a single mission for hours and hours on end, just trying to create your perfect base, your perfect counter base to whatever the NPC throws at you. And from that perspective, I do enjoy the game, but it is very slow paced. But I would say that if you find it on Steam or somewhere else for like a sale, 50%, 75% off, and you're just paying a few euros or dollars for the game, it is absolutely worth it, because it is a great experience. It's a pretty unique RTS because of the scale and your ability to really create whatever base you want. So it has some really interesting mechanics in it, and I would say it's absolutely worth it if you've never played Supreme Commander Forged Alliance or Supreme Commander itself. But I would definitely recommend this one because the missions are pretty cool, and sometimes they can be decently challenging as well. So I'm not going to do a full playthrough of that. I think I'll just make one extra video next week showing you guys me starting up the game, because they do take such a long time that I don't even think I'll do a full playthrough even off screen of Forged Alliance. But basically that would be my tip if you can find it for just a couple of bucks. My perspective on buying video games is always, if I have as many hours out of the game as I can, as I'm paying in euros or dollars, then I think it's been worth it, because it's been like an hour entertainment per dollar. That's a pretty damn good price. And for Supreme Commander Forged Alliance, you'll basically get the entertainment out of the game in just the very first mission. So absolutely great value if you can find it for the price that I picked it up during the winter sale. And that's going to be it for this Sunday recap, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.